Welcome, everyone. This is Our Travel Experiences. I'm Kyle Rasmussen, and today I got with me the host of the Loaded Bases podcast, Mason. Mason, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, doing well. Glad to have a fellow podcaster here today. I
Oh
think this
yeah,
is the
for
first
sure.
one.
Oh, how many guests have you had on?
I think you're number 18, but the
Oh,
first
nice.
podcaster. So
Sweet deal.
yeah. So how long have you been doing your podcast?
So I launched my podcast July 1st of 2020. It was
Okay.
yeah, I decided that during COVID, when baseball season ended due to COVID, I wanted to bring baseball to me. So I said, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna start my own podcast.
Yeah, awesome. And now, what episode are you on now?
I'm on episode 72. I
72.
just
Wow.
yep. Yeah, I just released a solo episode today.
Okay, cool. What's that one about?
It just so I took about a month and a half off from podcasting. Um I guess due to like a whole bunch of stuff like happening in my life, and I just wanted to
Mhm.
like regroup. And so pretty much so this one is just me like explaining like why like it took like I mean like, the month off. About I mean so pretty much cover like mental health, and then I gave
Mhm.
my predictions for the 2022 MLB season.
Oh, I'm curious. You have the M's doing well this year?
I actually have the M's going to the World Series, losing to
Okay.
the Dodgers.
Oh, that I would be 100% okay with that if that actually happened.
It's it's a long shot. It's very much a long shot, but hey, I, crazier things have happened.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know, especially after COVID. Who knows what's going to happen in the world. Uh,
Exactly.
but yeah, I would love to see the Mariners just make the playoffs.
Yep.
It's been way too long.
That's I think that is every single Mariners fan's hope is just making the playoffs. But I I mean I have them going deep.
Yeah, that would be amazing if that happened. So your podcast is all about baseball, is that correct?
Uh it's baseball based. I try and
Okay.
focus on my guests, like their journey to like where they are today, and then like what like obstacles like that they had to overcome. Um because like everyone's story is different, and that's why.
Mhm.
And then so I figured, why not talk to baseball players about their journey? I mean, because I can kind of relate to a certain extent, like for their journeys,
Mhm.
like in baseball. So I figured I would focus on that a little bit.
Yeah, so back in 2020, did it kind of come out of like you were playing baseball and then the season ended and then all the crazy stuff with COVID happened? Like how did that get started?
So I was really looking forward to the 2020 season.
Mhm.
And when and then MLB announced that baseball was coming to a big halt due to COVID, and then I was pretty upset. So um, I always wanted to start a podcast, and I had no idea like what to talk about or what to do. And I first realized that I'm gonna bring baseball to me. Like I was like, you know what? Screw this. Like I'm not gonna sit and wait for baseball. Um, I went out and I started like DMing players on Twitter, Instagram, all that. I mean, because I knew that they were sitting at home, not doing anything.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see if they want to hop on a podcast, and then just started out that way. And then now it
Dang,
just
that's awesome.
flows. Yeah.
Yeah. So have you gotten some big name players on your podcast?
I've had a few. So let's see. Dallas Braden, he actually threw a perfect game for the Oakland A's.
Oh wow.
Um,
Okay.
and then and then he and then he was a host of a baseball podcast on Barstool Sports. So I had him. The Let's see, Rob Friedman, the pitching ninja. I've had him. Um, I've had some people from John Boy Media, um,
Okay.
and then a few current MLB players as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Have you
It's been really fun.
yeah, sounds like it. So, obviously this podcast is a travel podcast.
Yeah.
So you've gotten to travel a little bit for your podcast, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Where is the podcast taking you?
So, let's see. So I took a trip with my girlfriend Peyton. She's actually a Dodgers fan. Um,
Okay.
and so I had a connection with a minor league uh coach of the Dodgers, and he was like, you know what? If you ever want to go to a LA Dodgers game, like just let me know that I can get you tickets. So we were like, you know what? Like
Dang.
let let's do it. So like so we went down there, and also another place. So we went to Chicago, and we stayed in Wrigleyville like for a Cubs game, and
Oh man.
so for promoting my podcast, I made these little like QR code stickers, and
Mhm.
and then so like because I am a big like I'm a big like Chicago Cubs fan. Um,
Mhm.
so s- so I stuck those QR code stickers all around Wrigleyville, and that was kind of like a fun like I guess like a fun part of like a trip like that we took like to promote the podcast.
Yeah, that's cool. Did you see the a pickup in followers after that?
Oh yeah, there's quite a bit, and it was I mean like because I've actually sent out QR code stickers to people all across the whole entire country, and it's it's uh it's always fun to see like where people find the podcast from, and it's just always
Mhm.
interesting.
Yeah, that's such a good idea. That's an easy way, like, for people to see it, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, Kind of a cheap and easy way to market, I would guess.
Oh yeah. I think so. So I was gonna order like 100 QR code stickers for like $30, but I ended up getting like 1,000 of them. So I have tons and tons of them. So I send them out like I said, like all across the country, and I just find people.
Dang, that's cool. I'm gonna have to ask you more about that after
Yeah.
offline.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so having gotten to travel for it, I guess traveling for baseball in general, what stadiums have you been to?
Ooh. Let's see. Well, in 2018, I used to live down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So
Okay.
I had season tickets to the Miami Marlins. So
Hmm.
Marlins Park, well, T-Mobile, uh, LA Dodgers, San Diego Padres, the old Yankee Stadium, and the old
Okay.
uh, Met Stadium. So Shea Stadium,
Hmm.
um, Wrigley, uh, the, the White Sox, San Francisco Giants. I went to their stadium. Oakland A's. I've been. I'm trying to think where else.
Yeah,
I
that's quite a
believe
few.
I believe that's it for now, but I know that there's a lot more coming.
Yeah. What's been your favorite one so far?
Ooh, definitely San Francisco Giant Stadium
Okay.
down San Fran, like out on the bay.
Yeah, why was that one your favorite?
Oh, just I guess just being like on the bay. Um, it's a very cool vibe, and they have so at the time they had the only woman announcer, and then like just the whole vibe like of the whole stadium was just amazing. But it's that's probably definitely my favorite one, but it's very close to Wrigley Field, like but like for being my top ones.
Hmm. Yeah, it's tough. I would say for me, I'd probably go Wrigley,
Yeah.
um, or maybe Fenway Park. I got to do that last year.
Ooh,
Ton of
that's
fun.
awesome. I've always
Uh,
wanted to go to Fenway.
yeah, I would love to do a tour there. I just went for a game, but I think a tour would be really fun there
Oh yeah,
uh,
for sure.
if you can make that work. But yeah, there's so many cool ballparks out there, and it's so fun just being able to take in a game and just enjoy the day or the evening.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. There's something about baseball in the summertime. It's just there's nothing better.
No, nope. Nope. I mean, because you can't go wrong with baseball, beer, and a hot dog.
Yep, yep, that's right. Yeah, I just got back from Philadelphia, and so I got to go to a Phillies game.
Oh,
Um,
really? Nice.
and yeah, that was fun. That was a cool ballpark as well. But it was dollar hot dog night there, so there was people
Ooh,
buying 20 hot dogs and stuff like that.
no way.
So
Wow.
I think I got 3 hot dogs and a beer and just chilled out and watched the game, and it was awesome.
See
But
that would be so much fun. You know, say Citizens Park is on my list as well. I have I, I actually have a few buddies that are from Philly, and they've been wanting me to go up there to go to a game with them.
yeah, yeah, you should do it. Philly's a cool city. From the little I got to explore it this week, it's a fun place to be. Lots of good food for sure.
Oh, I bet. Extra
Um,
cheesesteaks.
oh yeah, I had a few of those. I gotta get hit the gym now after this week.
Yeah.
um, so I guess where would be your number one place to go next?
Ooh. Let's see. Honestly, I think it'd be really cool to go down to like I guess to go to a different country and go see baseball from their
Ooh,
point of view. I think in and going somewhere like in the Dominican, um, or even like Mexico. I mean, they have le- let's say so their baseball games are way more like like up like a higher tempo, and then like the crowd is all into the games, and it I think that that'll be yeah say that'd be really fun, or even like Tokyo like for a game over there like
yeah.
for the Japan League. Yeah, that would be like the dream place to go watch a baseball game.
Do you think you could get any baseball players from over there to be on the podcast?
Ooh, maybe. Let's say because there's quite a few of American players that are playing overseas right now, so that
Hmm.
that could be a possibility for sure.
Yeah, I wonder what that's like. I've always wondered that about playing sports because there's so many people from other countries that come here to the
Yeah.
U.S. to play, and so many people from the U.S. that go abroad. I wonder what
Yep.
that's like to be your whole life revolves around this sport and you have to go to a whole other country to do your job basically. It's got to be
Yeah.
quite the experience.
I do know a few guys like that have had to play overseas, and they say it's definitely a experience. Like there's this one guy that I had on my podcast, and he signed to go play in I believe Mexico, like for a season, and and then the team that he played for didn't even tell him where his hotel was, or they didn't even
Oh
give him a
gosh.
ride like to the hotel. So he showed up and there was nothing for him, and he was like, "Okay, so what do I do now?" And then he said that was pretty much like how it was, like in a nutshell. Like it was rough.
Jeez. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
terrible, especially if you can't speak the language.
yeah, exactly.
Dang. That just adds another barrier.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I'm sure you know probably saw like Ichiro,
Oh yeah.
growing up and stuff like that. Um, I still don't think he can speak English very well, but I just wonder what that's like, not being able to understand anything that anyone else on your team is saying.
Yeah, we had in college, we had this one kid. He was from Venezuela, and he had a hard time talking to us, and then we had to learn like some Spanish, like to talk to him like on the field, and it was I mean, but like playing playing baseball, it's a very it's a very universal language.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Um, that reminds me, I was watching The Sandlot the other day. It was on TV.
Great movie.
It's such a great movie. um, it, Again, it's just like one of those things where it's just you feel so like at peace and happy watching
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, exactly.
um, yeah. So, um, so you played baseball yourself, I'm guessing.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I played through college, but then I
Okay.
had uh,
Yeah, where'd you play in college?
I went to Wenatchee Valley.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So my freshman year, I tore my rotator cuff and my labrum, so I
Oh,
had to
geez.
sit out and rehab the whole year, and then I came back and I partially tore my UCL in my elbow, and that was kind of the end of that one.
Jeez. That's
Yep.
rough.
Yep. So now
Um,
hanging out.
yeah. Well, at least you can still talk about baseball.
Exactly. It's fun.
Um, what was that like? Traveling around to different games, like in college. Did you ever have to fly anywhere? Did you just drive?
Nope,
How'd that
just
work?
road trips, man. Those are the those are those are like one of the most probably one of my favorite things about playing like travel baseball. It was I guess like was going like to the different stadiums and different fields, and then just like and then just being there like in the bus like with like your teammates and
Mhm.
seeing new things and going to different gas stations and everything for food, and it was just all
Yeah.
fun. So
Yeah.
yeah, I did have one big trip when I was 12 years old actually. We went to Cooperstown, New York for a baseball tournament.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
What was
And that
that
was
like?
oh that was like every 12-year-old's dream. It was well, yeah, because we flew out from Seattle and then we went to New York City for 3 days. And so yeah, so we had the 3 days to explore the city. Um, and then on the third day, we actually played a local team from Bro- Brooklyn, New York, and
Oh, wow.
just like playing against someone like from that far away. Um, it was exciting. But then we went from New York City and we drove to Cooperstown, New York for the baseball tournament, and there was 96 teams in that tournament.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, we stayed in like dorms, so we were all
Mhm.
there like with like all the other kids like from all the other teams, and yeah, it was an absolute blast. It was so hot and humid, and
I
but
bet.
it was so worth it.
Yeah. Did you meet people from all around the country?
Oh yeah, yeah. Then there was so funny story about that. So I've actually ran into like cross paths with a few guys there at the same time that I was there. There was so one of the kids um on my college team was actually playing that same tournament, and he's from Hawaii.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then another one I had on my podcast, and he plays. Believe he's in the Baltimore Orioles organization, and he played there like at the exact same time too.
Huh. Very cool. It, I'm sure it's probably crazy to see now. Like, some of those people probably have made it, higher up into um, into the majors, and then, there's the people doing all sorts of different things now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's very awesome to see like everyone's like unique journeys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, as you continue to do the podcast, are you looking to expand to like maybe visiting, different players in wherever they're playing at, or what's kind of the outlook for the podcast?
So right now, the podcast, I'm just gonna keep it like how I have it, um,
Hmm.
with just like the interviews, like the players like over the computer. It's a it's a lot easier to do it that way. So
Yeah.
so I don't have to like travel like do do the interviews. But maybe but maybe at some point I will do a few like in person interviews like with players. But my girlfriend and I, we are expecting a baby boy. So
Yeah, congrats on
that
that.
thank you. So that's gonna well, he will be the priority once he
Yeah.
comes. Um, but like the podcast, it's I do it. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and I enjoy telling stories, and I just want to expand my baseball. Um, I guess what word am I trying to say? My
Uh,
baseball,
like
uh,
knowledge or
like my baseball knowledge, and also I guess like my baseball network is like what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
And then like with the podcast, like the whole networking is it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you get to meet all kinds of cool people
Yeah, it's
doing that. I
I
know I
love it.
have doing this, but Um, yeah, so I'm curious, how long after your son is born are you going to get a bat and ball in his hands?
Oh, it's well, probably probably day two. I'll let him hang out for
There you
one
go.
day,
Yeah, let him rest for one day.
pretty much. No,
There you
he's gonna have he's gonna have a baseball room. I mean, like his room is already full of like baseball, like memorabilia and signed baseballs, and he's already gonna have a awesome room.
go. That's awesome. Um, yeah, that'll be fun. I'm sure. Uh, I'm not a parent, but like I'm sure as a parent, it's totally different seeing like your kid, play baseball and travel for those different events and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's got to be quite the experience as well.
Yeah, I'm excited. We are taking him to Wrigley Field for his first game. Like yeah, so we're gonna go to opening day of 2023 at Wrigley
Nice.
Field. Yeah, yeah, we already kind of had the discussion like if we're gonna take him to a Mariners game like this September or are we gonna wait? And I think we're gonna wait.
Yeah, that'll be a cool first game.
Yeah, and that will be our first time traveling with him as well. So it'll be
Mm.
quite the adventure.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've had a couple parents on here before talking about traveling with kids, and it
Yeah.
sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, I have no idea like what it entitles. So it's gonna be fun.
Nice. Um, I'm curious with the living down in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
was there a lot bigger baseball culture down there, or did
Oh,
you see a
definitely.
difference in terms of how they looked at
Yeah,
baseball?
yeah. Ba- Baseball down there, like to them, it's like it's huge. It's so like with like all the different cultures. I mean, you got Cubans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, and they like grow up to play baseball. Like that's like
Yeah.
what they do. And with so like so I played slow pitch softball like every single night, and then they would take that very very serious because I mean like, because of like the culture. And
Yeah.
um, and then like even going to like the Marlins games, I mean you get fans that are very into the games, and it's
Hmm.
it's like it's just part of their culture. I mean, baseball is like what they absolutely love doing.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's what I'm hoping for the Mariners. Like, I'm hoping that now that they're actually good,
Yep.
that we can get a better atmosphere uh,
Yes.
at T-Mobile. Um, it's so I noticed, like, going to T-Mobile and then going to like Wrigley, totally different vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Um, it both stadiums. I mean, in Seattle, very like relaxed and people not really paying attention, but you go back east and people are into the
Yep.
game.
Yeah, 100%. I wanna say, I'm in a few, group chats with, some guys, like, who are from, like, Chicago and Philly, and they are so into baseball, and they are
Yeah.
so into, like, sports, like, I mean, like you said, like we are way more relaxed like on the West Coast and like up here than like the East Coast.
Hmm. Do you think that's just because of the Mariners not being very good, or do you think it's just a different, type
I
of
think
culture?
I think it's the culture part. I mean, because they're on the East Coast and it's a different
Hmm.
yeah, it's just a different atmosphere like when you go to games.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, so let me ask you this: if the Mariners do make it to the World Series this year, are you gonna go see the game?
Oh, I'm
In
going.
Okay.
I'm going for sure. I yeah, I'll be saving up money starting now
Yeah,
because we all know that those tickets are going to be expensive.
yeah. I'm sure every Mariner fan is gonna be wanting to buy one.
Say they have I think like even for the playoffs, if the Mariners make the playoffs, I will go to that game like if it is in Seattle.
Yeah, yeah. I would.
Uh,
I'd probably be with you on that one.
yeah, I am 100% traveling to Seattle for that.
What if they end up playing somewhere else in like the wild card game?
If it's on the West Coast, I'm going.
Okay.
That's a quick flight.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, well, hopefully, they get the division this year. I mean, it looks like they have a good chance,
Yep,
at least
I
this
believe
early
it.
in the season.
Yes, I say it is only April.
Yeah. It feels better though than previous years, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%.
It just seems like they're like connecting a little bit more and actually hitting the ball.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Uh, well, very cool. Well, so I already asked you, if there's anywhere you could go, where would you want to go? Is there any places that you wouldn't want to go back to watch baseball?
Nope. I love
Okay.
every single stadium that I've been to. It is. I think maybe Oakland, the Oakland A's.
Okay.
I'm not I'm not really too much of a fan of their stadium. It's
I don't think they are either.
yeah, it's not the best.
Yeah, I think I just read something this week about that. They're having issues. I don't think there's very many people that are showing up this year.
No, I think they would have like a average attendance of like around 3,000, and
Ooh,
that is rough.
yeah, that is painful. Even when the Mariners weren't good, we did better than that.
Exactly.
Dang. Okay, cool. Well, any other like exciting like travel baseball stories you want to share?
Ooh. Hmm. See, so when I lived in Fort Lauderdale, there was like a men's league down in Miami, and I actually had a pitch for the Cuban team, and that was kind of fun. That was
Dang.
that was very difficult because I mean, because like none of them spoke like any English whatsoever. It except for like my buddy like that was playing with them, and and they were all just like y- yelling at me like in Spanish, and I'm just like, okay, we're good. But no, but like playing baseball down there, it was definitely like it was like an eye opener just because like of like the whole like the culture, and they they take baseball super serious, and it was it kind of that's probably the closest that I will get to playing like with people like from all over the world, and it was just it was very fun.
Yeah, very cool. It sounds like a fun experience.
Oh, it
I
was a
know.
blast.
Yeah, I know. I played softball or slow pitch softball for a little bit in college down in San Diego, and it was a ton of fun. Just, I mean, being in college, it was people from like all over the place.
Hmm.
Um, but it's just a fun. I feel like baseball just really brings people together.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just a fun game
It
that,
is.
like you said, kind of transcends languages and stuff like that. Uh, like it is its own language and culture. I feel like.
Oh, 100%. Baseball is a game of it's more than a game. It's like life. I mean, like teaches you like life lessons, and baseball can take you lots of different places.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Same thing with travel. I think it just teaches you a lot of things and can really show you what's out there in the world.
Oh yeah.
It brings you together. Um, so Mason, where can people find your podcast?
Oh, you can find the the Loaded Bases podcast on Spotify, um, Apple Podcast. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Alexa, Pandora. You
Dang,
like,
you're on all of it.
yep, yep, we are all there.
Okay, cool. And social media, where can people find you there?
I am on Twitter. That is what I spend all my day on. I make my whole day on. It is at Mason underscore LBP for the Load Base podcast.
Okay, cool, awesome. Well, um, I appreciate you taking time to be on, and hopefully,
Thanks for
we
having
can
me.
have you on again. Yeah, yeah, of course. It's fun. It's fun talking about travel and baseball together. I think they
Oh
kind
yeah.
of go hand in hand a little bit.
Yes.
So it's kind of fun to bring both worlds together, and I hope we can have you on again soon once you've been to a few more stadiums and your son's gotten to go to a stadium too.
Yep.
Very cool. Well, thanks again, Mason, and
And,
I'll
and thank you,
catch
Kyle.
you. Yep, I'll see you somewhere around the world soon.
All right, sounds good.
All right, bye everyone.
Hey everybody, Kyle here. If you enjoyed today's show and want more, you can always check out every episode on Spotify and Anchor. And now you can also listen on YouTube. Links are in the description below. If you want to see my travel pictures as well as travel pictures from guests on the show, you can check them out on Instagram. The page is called Our Travel Experiences Podcast. And if you want to share your own pictures on the Instagram page and or be a guest on the podcast, you can message me via that Instagram page or email me at ourtravelexperiences@outlook.com. I would love to see your pictures and hear about your travel experiences. And if that isn't enough for you, make sure to check out my new show, From Around the World Fridays. Every Friday, I'm taking 5 to 10 minutes to discuss one specific travel topic, whether that be questions I get from listeners, sharing some souvenirs that I've bought over the years, or discussing one particular city or country that I've been to, and so much more. You'll be able to listen to that via Spotify and Anchor as well, and be able to see the video version, which I'm really excited about, on YouTube. So check it out. I promise you won't be disappointed. And thanks again for listening, and I will see you around the world soon.